He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Cornerback to the perfect cup, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. VP4TV.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Right, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're here this afternoon for a one-loss side match. All USA. We've got Mr.Bill against Fast Eddie, and that's going to go at the top of there. Now, something I forgot about on the schedule was the fact that Chiku and MC Clarkey hadn't arranged their match, and that the deadline for that was 2 days ago, and I never even noticed. But I assume that Matt was sending proposals to Chiku because Matt has been advanced to round 2. Although, having said that, I haven't seen Matt anywhere in the VP4 lobby in the recent days. So Chico's now in the one-loss side. I need to try and get a hold of him on Facebook and find out a bit more information about that as to whether Matt's got any intention of playing in this thing, or the fact that Chiku probably ignored, or maybe ignored, his proposals. So we'll see what happens there. Let's have a look at the bracket, because another 2 matches have appeared on the bracket. We've got this one between Bill and Fast Eddie. We've got DJ Simon and Sergeresh at 7 o'clock tonight. That's a round 2 match. We've also got this Chiku Liquid one-loss side match. Now, again, I haven't a clue whether that's going to go ahead or not, but that will be late on tonight at 11 p.m. GMT, so I'll be long gone at that time. We have Tommy and Rabbi on Tuesday evening GMT, 7 p.m. We've got Coldest Pillow and Damon on Wednesday at 3 p.m. and then that one next week, Wink at Me and Spectre Dawn next Monday. So those are the matches that we have. Good afternoon to Slim. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. And welcome to Coke 626, who has played a wee bit of cowboy with us from time to time. So I hope you're all hearing me loud and clear. Well, let's hope for Bill's sake and for the sake of having a decent match that Bill... Well, I don't think Bill could play any worse. Let me put it that way. It won't be 17-16 to Bill. It's a one-loss side match. Numpty! It's only a race to 13. Put his foot right in it again. 13-12 now. Well, Bill's going to need a miracle to get 12 racks, in my opinion, because he's really, really struggled in that first match. So, I mean, let's be honest, anything is an improvement. I don't think he could play any worse. And he has been getting a wee bit of practice in. I saw him in a room getting some practice in, so that's a good sign that he's at least going to try and make a match of this. So what the hell's the time? We're about 3 minutes away from the room going up. And I haven't had my afternoon nap. I've got home, I had a snack and a cup of tea, and I haven't had my nap, so I might fall asleep during this.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, well, we're about a minute and a half away from this room going up. Fast Eddie's back in his own room. He won't be there that long. We'll have the lag for the break, of course, and again, this is, well, we've yet to see somebody get on a roll on this break. It just isn't happening for anybody. The break is so inconsistent, or nobody's worked it out yet. I mean, there's still time in the tournament. That's if you stay in the tournament, but nobody's really worked it out. And we haven't seen, I don't think we've seen anybody run any more than 2 racks if there has been. And I haven't looked at the stats, but I'm making a shrewd guess that probably nobody has. I could be wrong there in that score, but I'm doubting it myself. Right, so I think that's enough chitter chatter. This room should be getting up. Right, there we go. Let's get in, not hang about. Hopefully both players are keen to get in and get underway. Well, Eddie's in. So we've got Bill on the right-hand side. Well, I have to go by the performance that I've seen Bill. Bill needs a dramatic improvement. So I'm going to go for Fast Eddie 13-8. Well, Bill said the 2 and the 3 in the break. Well, he's got a chance here to get off to a good start, but the big test is potting this 5 ball and getting out onto the 6. Now he's immediately in trouble because he's now limited in what he can do, and basically pot the 5 ball is all he can do. But he's rolled through as far as he could, and that's not bad. That is not bad where he's got to. Well, this is already a dramatic improvement because Bill couldn't pot any more than 2 balls in the first match. He's already potted 4, I think. I've got to get right shape on this 9. Now, well, that'll do. Now he's got to choose what side he's going to. Now he can obviously go to the wide side, but he's got to watch he doesn't put any sort of English that's drawn it to the pocket in the top left. Yeah, in fact, I doubt whether he put anything on it. But that's perfect. Well, this is a great start for Bill if he can stick this in the hole. Oh, Bill was missing pots by a diamond. It wasn't 10 balls he was missing. He was missing loads of stuff. But anyway, that's done and dusted. He's had a good start. And unfortunately, though, having had a couple of balls in the break this time, he's got no shot in the 2. So, running for cover. Now, Eddie can obviously bank the 2 through the gap. If he takes that line, he's got to watch that 9 ball. If he's going to push it through, he's got to watch that the 2 ball doesn't get held up with the 9. He wants to maybe get it down onto this short rail here in the bottom. Oh no, he's not doing that at all. He's just trying to go side to side. Well, see, now that's pretty poor from the point of view that he's left himself open to be buried here by Bill if Bill can get this right. Oh dear. Well, Bill, from the good start, that attempted safety was a disaster. He's just teed it up for Eddie. Although that 3 ball's not exactly handy sitting there blocked with a 7. Well, he's got himself good enough in a 3. So, Fast Eddie would really like to take care of this rack. And, you know, that sends a message out to Bill that, you know, you've made a bit of a cock up with the safety. And you really should be punishing him for that. He's got himself 2 straight in this 5 ball, I think. Yeah, he's going to have to punch this or nip it back. He can jack up and dig it back for the 6. That's probably the more guaranteed way of getting good on it. Well, he's checked it up, and that's excellent. That'll do it. Now, little roll through, but he's got to roll through far enough. And that's perfect. Perfect because he could roll through into the gap. 8 ball into the side. Cue ball near the donut. And if he goes forward with a little bit of right, he can come up above the 9. Unless he wants to come below the 9 and play it up the table. Well, he's left it square. But the angle's good. See, if he'd opened it up, he'd have been further away from it. This is just a wee bit more to be doing, but all is good. So, it looks like Fast Eddie is going to take full advantage of that poor safety by Bill. And both players off and running, 1 apiece. I don't see anything going. And Bill, no shot. Well, I mean, he could kick this. The problem is that if he kicks it, it's not going to go away far. Because it wouldn't go, you know, if he kicked it directly, it wouldn't go up past the 8 ball, it would run into it. And I think he's left a thin cut in this one, and he's left an opportunity for Eddie to hook him. The other issue, of course, I mean, he can play the hook again on this 1 ball, because the 2 ball and 5 ball are a show. You know, that they're a definite, as long as you're sitting reasonably good on them as a combo. I had a bat with 2 sausages on it, and I actually took tomato sauce this time, the spicy tomato sauce. Usually brown sauce it is. And I had a cup of tea, well, a cup and a half of tea to wash it down. Just a quick snack. Got in at 2:30. So a sausage bat I had.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, here we go with the combo. That's as good a line as you could hope to be on this setup. Well, it could have been better, but I mean, it's still a very good line. Well, Bill, you notice how he jacked up quickly there and played the shot again. I think it's a habit players have got into, but Bill was guilty of that in the first match, where he just lined up, jacked up quick, and then shot. I still have this feeling that the actual tip of the cue's off centre on the cue ball when you're jacking up quick. And this is a little drop into the gap between the 5 and 7, I would assume. Wouldn't think he'd want to go any wider than that. Now there's a problem. Does he try and... I mean, I don't think he can avoid the 6 if you dig in, but I think he might be better running into it and just hold the line for the 5. Well, he's only caught the edge of the 6. The 5 still goes. It's still fine. Now, I think he's got to go forward and let this run out and come down for the 6 into the side. That's where the cue ball wants to go. So the only thing is you don't want it to hit the point of the pocket here. Commentator's eye, like that. That's the only thing that could go wrong, is hitting the point. But he's actually set it up with a pretty much dead set combo with the 6-10. He wanted that down there to play it into the side, but this will do it. So this could be 1 rail, it could be 2 rails to the right hand side for the 7. And again, it's one of these off angle cuts. And there you go, Eddie's got the same disease. There's a lot of players that are infected with this disease of actually processing the information for these off angle cuts. They've been caught out time and time again. And Bill has been given a lifeline, and he's overhit that. So now this is just a wee fiddly roll in. Now he needs to nip into the cue ball to draw back to the side pocket. That'll do. So Bill has escaped and he's going to pinch the lead. I'm yawning because I so much want to fall asleep right now. Missing my afternoon nap. So Bill with a 2 ball in the break, shot in the 1, and just overrun it slightly, but the 3 comfortably goes past the 8. I think he's having a look to see if the cue ball runs out, where is he going to pot the 4? And the 4's far too tight to be playing it into the side. See, this is where he's just trying to play this plain ball and pot it and hoping they would run out and have a shot in the 4, and it's not quite as simple as that. He's trying to go long now, play it in the corner, and that's really all he could do. It needs to come out. Now, this is just a wee bit awkward because the side pocket catches your eye here when you're trying to play this. Now, he's got to be careful. He's trying to go forward and come around the back of that 7, and he's got it pretty good. And that looks a good pace. Well, if it would have been okay if it hadn't bumped to 7 to the 8 ball. Now it's, look where it is. It's that dangerous territory that's been fooling a lot of the players. And he's caught out with it again as well. A never-ending procession of balls being overcut in off-angle pots. So now, Fast Eddie's the favourite to square the match. Both players given generous opportunities to each other. Well, you can drop through and play this 10 ball into the left side pocket. You could probably maybe get too much angle. Hang on, it might be too much. It is too much angle. You maybe just have to go that direction. I mean, he could go around it out. It needs to run, and Eddie's overcut it. Would you believe it? The unforced errors are there, folks. And Bill with a big reprieve, and now it's a big 2-rack swing. Eddie should have been all square. And all of a sudden, Bill's the one with daylight. 3-1 up. Seven ball goes in, 2 ball follows it in. He's got a shot in the 1, down into the corner, and 3 ball is wide open on the right side of the table. The only problem is 3-4. Well, I suppose if you get a lot of juice into the cue ball, I mean, he might be going over to the right side, but if you juice it up and come back up past the 6, you're either going to play the 4 into the right side or play it down into this bottom right-hand corner. Well, I'll say this for Bill. He's quite happy leaving something like this when this is where he's been very unreliable. And it's hung again. Well, that was asking for trouble, wasn't it? This is another tricky one, judging this cue ball coming out of the corner. He's left it a wee bit short. That cast doubt on getting out. He's found a line there. Well, I think the golden rule here is get the cue ball right into the middle of the table. Oh, goodness me. Well, Fast Eddie's he's feeling the pinch. I think he might have got lucky here, has he? Oh, he's got lucky big time. TNT Sports is buying the Six Nations also. What does that mean? It's going to be off terrestrial TV now. It'll soon be you can't watch any sports on BBC and ITV. It'll soon be you'll have nothing. Oh, hang on a minute. Well, Fast Eddie's in trouble now. What the hell's he doing here? He's doing a big replay. Oh, he's played the jump. Cracking effort there. And hang on a minute. Right, see if I had my replay unset there. I don't know whether it's now going to work. I wanted to see that shot again. This bloody camera's jumping about all over the place itself. Well, a good recovery there for Eddie. Back to within one. Nothing happening. Well, the cue ball goes over to the left-hand side of the table and you're hooked on the two ball if you pot this one. Got to run the cue ball. Well, take your pick, Bill, because both of them are ugly. Whatever way you want to try and pot this thing. Well, again, he's a diamond away from the pot. Again, it's still not as simple. Eddie's going to have to work some magic with the cue ball here to get onto this three. Well, it's not really that difficult. I cut the three ball. And you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to see the four. But then again, we have seen this on a number of occasions. Players playing cuts up these rails, or just off the rails, they're cutting them away from the rail. It wasn't all that difficult, that cut, but it is difficult if you're not playing on a 10-foot table on any regular basis. Eddie might get another go here. Well, that was a stumbling block, that one that Bill just put away. Well, he wants a good noticeable angle on this 6. Not that noticeable though. That's far too much. Because he wanted the cue ball to naturally fall behind this 7, somewhere between the 7 and 9. And he's overdone it. Well, a good bank by Bill. Now, I think he's still not got much to work with here though. No, he didn't. Trying his best to spin down, and that's a great effort. Now, once again, he's got a problem. Big juice in the cue ball. Well, he's happy to leave it the longer cut. Now it's all about judging the weight down this side. Oh, he's coming down the other side. That's not bad though. He's found a weight there. That's a good shot. Well, looks like Bill's going to keep this 2-rack lead. Or regain the 2-rack lead, I should say. He was 3-1 up. Now 4-2 up. Oh, the ball is gone. What was it? The 7 ball. He's got a very thin cut in the 1. And the 2 ball is wide open. The problem's up table. Looking at the 3-5, and this 10 ball is interfering with play. There's not a great gap between the 3 and 5, but once again you can also play a safety, but it looks as if he's going to be trying to create the combo here in that 5 ball. He's actually in quite a good angle to play this combo, if only the fact that he's quite far away. But the actual the line that he wants to cut that 3 ball at, this is a good setup. Well, the 5's done everything but go in. How's Bill's luck? It's not looking too bad. Well, there is a billiard on. Or is there? I think there is. Just a gentle roll off the 3 and you can nudge the 5 in. That 4 ball is fiddly again where it's sitting. Again, the 8 ball interfering with play as well. Trying to run up high. Well, he's got loads of room to work with. And he's got to find a way to sneak out of there. Oh, that 6 ball got a brush. Well, 8 ball goes past the 10, so if he's got a little angle he can pinch, he can go forward and just come up a little bit. Now, what's he done? Oh, he's left it short. He wanted to be like there. Bedhead cut again. What am I talking about? I forgot about the 9. I'm half asleep here. That's good pace. That's going to be well set for the 10 ball. So Eddie's staying in touch. He's not letting Bill get away. No follow up though. So it's tight. Oh, he's played that sweet. And it's come out nice. Well, a good start. Well, I think if he went 1, 2, 3 rails and avoids bumping the 7, well, he's trying to stay inside. Well, that'll work. It'll work in terms of seeing the 4, but he's got to try and spin out. At least to keep going. It looks good. Well, I think now is the time that you play for a hit. You can cut this firm and run the cue ball, or they're trying to get below it to play it up the table. That looks good as well. He's found a marker there. Let's go into the jaws again. Oh no, my commentator's eyes half shut. Looked as if it was going to catch the point. Well, at the moment they're sharing racks. Bill's moving to the 2-rack lead. Fast Eddie's staying in touch in the next one. Well, Bill with a 2-rat lead, breaking in rack number 9. And the 1 ball goes in. The 2 ball and cue ball are sitting pretty handy, as is the 3 ball into the right side. And the 4 ball wide open. The difficulty is from the 4 to the 5. This is a bit awkward again. Yeah, having to run away from the 4. Well, here we go. I mean, oh, the angle he's got. Well, if you try, I mean, this is too much angle. The cue ball wants to go right around behind the 7. Well, that 5 ball, it banks, definitely. And it will also thin cut. The other problem, of course, is thin cutting it and coming around and going below the 6. I actually ended up overcutting it, but it's ended a good safety. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He could have played a safety there, but the reason I say that is he's not really going to have any shot at the 6. That was always going to happen. Well, if Eddie gets the hit but doesn't get this safe, it could be a gilt-edged chance for Bill to get a 3-rat lead here. He certainly couldn't get a better opportunity than this. Ball in hand. If that's gone back far enough, then it should be easy getting on the 7. Well, it has gone far enough. It's just a little roll and a spin through for the 7. Once again, the choice is whether you go left, right at the table, left side or right side, but you must get up by the side pocket. Well, that's got to have legs. It's got to get there, Bill. It's just a tad short.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, Dyson with death. Well, good afternoon to Bedhead. Well, that's the first time. Bill to the 3-rack lead. 6 racks to 3. And Eddie will be feeling the pinch a wee bit here now because he doesn't want to fall any further behind. And the 1 and 2 have gone again. It's a dodgy thin cut in the 3. Bill caught out with it again also. Well, they're both in trouble with these cuts at distance. But now, one good shot, and I mean, I think you're far better just digging up the table. Well, hang on a minute.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, I think, hang on. Yeah, he's hooked. Now, to me, the shot he should have played was to just run up the table and head towards the 5 and 8. And that way you were always going to have a shot in the 4 coming down the table. And from having a pretty good opportunity to get out, he's blown it. Now Eddie. Well, really, Eddie, you've got to put this away. You cannot turn down this opportunity, or Bill's going to open up a hefty gap if you can't get the job done. Maybe Eddie's like me and falling asleep. You don't want to be on the bottom rail. I am struggling to keep my eyes open. I told you, I warned you before I started this, you know, I'm right in the middle of the afternoon. I'm normally having a nap at this time. Well, do you play this to actually bump it in off the 9? To me, you might be better hitting this harder and actually going off the rail, off the back of the 9 and in. Yeah, that's very well done. And we'll see the replay because the replay is working. Commentator's eye called it. No. Naps are for somebody like me who's been up since 4 AM this morning. Well, this is a vital rack for Eddie and for his future prospects in this match and also in the tournament.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, Eddie's doing his best to make an arse of it. The fast Eddie is getting his coffee. Right, Eddie's back. So, Eddie breaking off in rack number 11. Bill with a 6-4 lead. Old people need less sleep. Your naps are just bad habit. No, I need a nap in the afternoon because I'm not getting enough sleep at night. I'm going to bed too late. About, on average, about 9:45 each night. And then I'm up at 4 a.m. to go to work. And so when I get home in the afternoon, I automatically have a nap after I've had a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and a snack. And I'm out for the count for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, and then I recover. The problem is now I'm missing out on that. The brain's telling me to take a nap, and I'm overriding it by somehow keep my eyes open. Maybe you should go to the gym. Sod the gym, for goodness sake. That's the last place you'll see me. And it's only mugs that go there anyway. They've got enough gullible people going there wasting their money to pay for stupid memberships to get into a sweaty, stinking gym looking at somebody's butt crack. Well, there's not a lot available here for Eddie. I get enough exercise each day, so I do it when I'm at work. I'm constantly on my feet, constantly moving. And I probably walk twice or 3 times as far as any you two lazy bastards do each day. Yeah, that's you two told. I had one of those apps on the phone a couple of years back, and I was walking about between 5.5 and 6 miles a day doing a shift. Well, Bill should be ready to pounce here because again, this is another great chance. Apart from the fact that the 6 ball's a bit dodgy at the moment, is it? Let's have a look at how much that 6 ball's sitting dodgy. Right, well, he's got to be careful here if he's stunning across or spinning across. Yeah, I think that's about as good as he could hope for because he just didn't want to overjuice it. But the angle he's got is great. I mean, he can cut this up the table and come across on the short side for the 7. Well, he's managed to keep. The only danger here is that from this side. See, if he played it from the short side of the 7, he was never going near the 9. The problem with this is he's near the rail, and I don't know how you can avoid the 9. Yeah, that's the problem, but it might be helping him. He'll settle for that. Well, that was never guaranteed he was going to get out of there clean and end up as good as this. Bill, not at the moment, he's not giving Eddie any encouragement. Do you have the red and blue bin bags? Bin bags for what? We don't have any bin bags up here. We don't use any bin bags. We've got one, I've got one big green wheelie bin, which is for general waste, which gets emptied every 3 weeks. I've got the trolley, the waste trolley, which is on wheels with a handle, and you've got three separate boxes on it. The top box is for paper and cardboard. The middle box is for plastic and tin cans, and the bottom box is for glass. That gets emptied every week. We've got a brown bin, which is for garden waste, which is just a big brown wheelie bin. That's all we have. And we've also got a green caddy for waste food. But I have had that green caddy for goodness knows how many years, and I've never ever used it. Well, I thought most councils would be trying to get away from using plastic bags. It seems a bit of a stupid idea, that. You're trying to prevent the use of plastics and remove the use of plastics in everything. That just seems like a step backward, what they're doing. Well, Eddie's not hit the lowest ball. In fact, I don't know what the hell Eddie was doing there. Bill with ball in hand, he's just run too far with the cue ball. Well, he still called the pot. I mean, that will cut, I think. Will it? I think it will, aye. In fact, he's overcut it. I mean, my big green wheelie bin, I forgot to put it out last week. But I've got virtually nothing in it at the moment. It's going to have my swing bin. I'll say that again. My swing bin kit in the kitchen is going to have a bag from that because it's absolutely full at the moment. So I need to tie that off and throw it into the green bin. But that it can still go another 2 weeks without any problem. I mean, my bin has never really overflowed. Well, this is another big rack in the making here for Bill. To have an 8-4 lead, possibly. Just needs to slow up. This is going too straight. He's too close to the rail. Well, this always throws a doubt on the outcome. Oh, that was a good shot. Just don't scratch the side. He's trying to get there.
Where's the cue ball going?
Traffic is immense. Cycle lanes everywhere. Now constant roadworks. And he was hooked. Well, the 4 ball is locked away, so now you could get naughty here and play to bump the 4 and hold for the 3. Well, it's worked out not too bad for the fact that he's got maybe a lot more anger now. He's going to have to try and get out without hitting the 4 this time. Yeah, that's well played. Well, I'm going to say it now. Fast Eddie's got a major crisis in his hand here. And of course, he's now got himself dead straight in the 6. It just means it's. Yeah, he was trying to get greedy there. He's trying to get the cue ball out, and he's still focused and just taking what he had. He wouldn't have had an easy 7 ball. So Bill's left Eddie off the hook, but can Eddie take full advantage? Well, it looks as if he's got the good angle on the 8 ball to drop through here for the 9. And it's Eddie that needs something to happen. He needs to get a follow-up. He wasn't away long, was he? In fact, I don't even know where he went to. Is Eddie trying to smack this off the 7 into the pocket? Well, he's called it to. I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do here. That's very well done. That's a great shot. How's his luck though? Not great. Not great at all. It's a kick and hope. Oh, they just managed to squeeze that in by the back of the 5. I didn't think he'd enough room there. He's nailed that. Apart from the fact he's probably not got a shot in the 5. Oh, just an edge, and it's gone in. Well, this is one of these that we've seen Larry do a lot of. You know, just trying to survive and stay at the table. No great control till eventually end up like this. Oh, another good shot. Well, Eddie, if you can nail this and get back to within 2, it might be game on. And we've been playing for just a tad under the hour. Well, again, the golden rule is come over to the left side, but don't scratch in the side pocket. And he's going to be short of that. Well, that was a good rack there, especially what he had to do to create the pot in that 2 ball and squeeze in the back of that 5 ball to get the 4 as well. No, I don't think it, well, the 2 ball has gone. Nothing had gone, and he's got a shot in the 1. Now, if he can just roll through, he should be good in the 3. Well, the biggest problem is, of course, the 5. Well, he might have been trying to get a break out there and still have a cut in the 4. It was worth an effort. But if he can't get a shot in the 5, then he should have Bill in trouble, though. Well, trying to pinch an angle and cheat the pocket, and then gets a double kiss and knocks the 4 in, and he's lucky he can see an edge in the 5. This is very difficult to get safe, though, I think. Yeah, this is really dodgy. Now, can Bill just not get the double kiss in the 6, but kiss and go left? Yes, he can. Well, tight around the jaws, you can get to the 5. It's tight to go past the 9 and come and get the 5 that way. That's too tight. But I think you can get around the jaws and hit the 5. Well, he's looking and looking. He needs to watch the clock. He's on his extension. Well, all he's left is a combo. That wasn't a great shot. Well, he has no tell a lot. Well, he has left a combo. I mean, I thought it was a bit straighter than that, but he's back in the same spot he was 30 seconds ago. Yeah, very, very difficult to judge that. You know, playing it to the first diamond and putting left English on it. He ended up getting a bit too much on it. But it was really, really difficult to judge that and nail it straight away. I mean, you might be able to get that after half a dozen goes. But that 6 ball is further out from the rail than the 5, so it's not a combo. Bill trying to get there again. Well, Bill can roll this in dead weight and drop behind the 6. On the off chance that if he doesn't pot it, he would hook him, but he's went full-blooded for it. Fair play to him for that. And that just needs to slow down, because he's now just gone the wrong side of the 7. Now he could be adventurous, but he's probably not going to be. He's just going to take what he's got and leave the tougher 8 ball at distance. But the cue ball's coming back in the right direction for this 9. Oh, well, clearly he wanted to go over the right side of the 9, but he's now neither here nor there on it. And Bill will feel the pinch here. And there you go. And Eddie, if this doesn't nail itself to the rail, Eddie is going to be back within 1. Well, he lives again. Resurrection almost complete here for Fast Eddie. Now it's a big break. Rack number 16. Oh, that's died a death. But he's got a ball. No shot though. And 3 balls locked away also. So there's going to be a bit of jiggery pokery going on in this rack before it's resolved. And if he pushes down long here to the bottom end of the table, he's going to be in trouble in a minute. Because there's good cover rolling that 1 ball up top and nailing behind the 10 or the 7 or whatever. Well, there's also another opportunity in coming up towards the 3 and 6. Bill's going the other way, and that'll work too. Or will it? Well, it will. He's got the cover. Can't see the 1. Oh, well, he managed to catch a feather edge of it, and he's come out smelling the roses. Well, that was a good shot by Eddie. And Bill trying to sneak around the back of the 8, gets a hit. and comes out good as well. So a couple of good safety efforts by both players. And with the way these balls are also up that end of the table, you know, there's great opportunities for ducking for cover here. And Bill, sort of rush of blood, decided he was going to go for a crazy cut in the one. And he may well just have sold out. And we could be all square, although this is still a big ask. Getting out from here. Well, Bill certainly had a big improvement on what he was in his first match. But as I said, he couldn't be any worse. But this, am I falling asleep here? Was Eddie at the table and then he missed? Because now I'm looking at the table and Bill's at the table when I thought Eddie had a chance to square the match. Maybe my brain's just gone. I think it's more my brain that's shut down at this particular time. Trying to stay up above the 7, is he? Or trying to get into the side? I don't know where he's trying to play this. But either or, he ain't on anything. Well, he can certainly stick him on the 10. So Bill trying to open that gap again to 2. Eddie needs a good hit and a good roll of the ball here. Well, it's a big distance he's got to go to hit this 7. I'm surprised he's not just banging at it from the short rail behind him. It was never easy picking that line up and down the table. Well, he's got the angle to get over and out the other side. So the gap is back to 2. And of course now Bill has that chance to at least have a go at opening the gap a wee bit further, but he's come up dry again, and I think he's also left Eddie nothing. Or has he? Well, there's a very, very thin edge. And that's about all. I don't think that's going to be much good though. So that's what you don't want to do, Eddie, when you're trailing by 2 and running out of racks. Well, this is still an awkward setup with the 3 ball where it's sitting. Oh, he's overcooked this, has he? Yeah. So Eddie, get yourself ready, Eddie. Oh, 3 ball just travelling out. Has it travelled out far enough? Well, clearly Eddie thinks it wasn't worth the risk trying to blast it and thin cut it, but he's come up with a good reply though. So an hour and a quarter we've been playing. Bill trying the jump. No success on it, but I'll tell you what though, where the 8 ball's landed may well have done himself a favour. I think there's no, well, in fact, it's actually a dead set combo, so that's not really done anything to prevent any pot in the combo. What's he trying to do? Go for 3 fouls? He trying to duck up behind the 7? It's going to open out, is it? No, it's held the line. Well, Bill in 1 foul. Bill now in 2 fouls. And same again, Eddie. Just get that line and the pace. Either behind the 9 or the 7. Yes, DJ Simon's playing at 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, this time he's overdone it. So his chance for 3 fouls may have gone. That'll be a round 2 match at 7 o'clock tonight. DJ Simon against Sergeresh at 7 o'clock. I'd totally forgotten who he was playing. Well, she's tough. I don't think he's got the cover there again either. I think that starts at 11. Well, the bank's been called, the bank's gone in, and Bill's, well, he's hampered again. Now, well, I'll go and get my dinner. I should be back for DJ Simon, and I should have. I'll have a cup of coffee, and I should have recovered. This is just a sort of an hour or so where my brain shuts down at this time because I haven't had the nap. Yeah, I think Chiku. In fact, is that match going to go ahead, Slim? Because I have my doubts as to why Matt got advanced, and I've not seen him around to ask him. Well, the 10 ball has gone in. It comes back up. Bill trying to get to double figures Oh dear, commentator's curse. Oh, what a boo-boo there, Bill. And Eddie. Well, if this was a real tournament, Eddie would have jumped out his seat and hit the lampshade there. He can't believe he's back at the table. And he's back to within one with a chance to square the match. What a miss by Bill. Well, if ever you want a good break and a ball and a shot, it's right now. And he's getting nothing. And what's more, he's left Bill plumbing the one. And now, having said that, though, his chances have been really good at getting out here are all hinged on getting somewhere on this 2-ball. Trying to get into the gap. Well, he's given himself a chance, and that's about it. Because he's got half a pocket to put that 2-ball in. Yeah, and again, you see the speed that Bill lined up the pot and then jacked up quick to hit it. I don't think that works. I think every time I've seen Bill do that, he's never potted one. And Cobra did it as well, I think, or was it Cobra? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that theory of lining up the pot, jacking up quick, and then shooting is doing you any good. Because I think you must be putting that tip offline. Anyway, Eddie's not exactly perfect in the 3. Has that got the legs? I think it has. How's his luck? No, it hasn't. It's died on the edge of the pocket. I don't think it could have died any closer without dropping in. Look at that. And that's the problem with that being so tight. Bill couldn't get the cue ball out. And he's trying to thin cut it in, and he's barely scraped the paintwork off that 4-ball. So this is the genuine opportunity now for Fast Eddie to get back on level terms here. Now, it should be full focus time if you're Fast Eddie. He's got to nip away from this 7. I don't think he wants to hit the 7 if he can help it. But I don't know whether he can. I think the angle's too much. Looks as if he's going to be straight into that 7-ball. Well, he wants to brush off it to the right. That way he'll see the 5-ball. Like that. Doesn't want to be stuck to the rail like that, though. Welcome to Interchange X. Well, Eddie's been hanging on, still not quite get back level terms, but he won't get a better chance of this. And this is happening at exactly the right time if he can do it. Oh, that's went to the rail way too soon. Now he needs to get lucky. And he might have. Well, this is a bit fiddly to try and get down and dirty here. He could try banking the 1 forward and hoping it misses the 9 and sticking the cue ball to 9, but that's really touchy and fiddly. I mean, this is a thin cut. He's trying to blast it and thin cut it. Well, Bill's had 2 goes at doing something crazy. Hasn't got there. And I think there's enough of that 6 ball showing for Eddie to put it away. And he really has to get the job done now. Loads of room to get on the 8 ball. Right, now how do you deal with this? Because he's actually too straight. Well, he can just do a straight draw. Unless he's pinching something here and trying to work something. No, just a straight draw. Well, cut it off the rail back across with the 10 into that corner. That'd be the simplest route. Well, he shelled it the other way. That'll work. Whichever you're comfortable with. But what a time to get back on par. 9 apiece. Both players needing 4. We're an hour and 24 minutes, or 25 minutes into the match.
Where's the cue ball going?
It's gone. The disaster you don't want to happen has happened. And look at the 3 ball over the right side pocket, the 2 ball over the top left pocket, the 4 and 5 ball very handy. And I would suggest the difficult shot is from the 5 to the 7. Complete the 5 to the 7 and you should be home and dry in this rack, Bill, and keep your lead or regain your lead. Well, this ain't great. This is by far, it is by no means ideal. He's having to get cute and play a little touchy shot. He's played it well. So this is it. And now the angle of this 5 ball is perfect to run to the rail and come over the right-hand side. Has he overcooked it? Has he overcooked it? He's overcooked it. Oh, there you go. The ugliest spot in the table that you never want to be sitting in. And now it's up in the air as to whether he's going to get out. Yes, he can still cut the 7. Cue ball's coming good. He's a little bit in sort of no man's land. But the drop into the right side would be the shot. And that's perfect. That's perfect. Apart from the fact he's too straight again. Well, he's actually got he can pinch a wee bit here and go around the corner and come out. Just like that. And that's perfect. So Bill will be relieved that he's managed to find his way out. A straight roll in the 9 in the 10. And he's got to 10. We might be going all the way. Well, a couple of balls in the look-in pockets, but nothing went. But Bill will be happy. He's left nothing on. No problem in hitting the one. The obvious shot would be playing the push out, but the other obvious shot would be to try and kick that one in, even though the 2 balls at distance. There was good odds to actually kick that one in, and then you could have come up with a decent safety in the 2, but anyway, he played the push out. Now we're getting tippy-tapping. Now, you know my theory here, if you can get a thin edge but run the cue ball and get distance, there's no use just going, 2 feet away from the 1 ball. You've got to get distance. That's no good. It's no good from the point of view that you can hit the 1 no problem. You've got to watch he doesn't hit the back of the 1. I think it was too tight for him to do that. because the cue ball could scratch off the back of a ball like that, but I think it was too tight. It was never going to happen. So here's Eddie with a chance. Now, can he get the cue ball out of there clean? Well, maybe Eddie's now feeling the pinch himself, because again, he's overcut that one ball by quite a margin. I watched, there's a guy on YouTube, and I don't know whether his channel is called Jason Plays, but he does No Man's Sky videos, or he does live streams on No Man's Sky. And the other day a video popped up from him, a 4-minute video, and it was basically a begging video. And no, I haven't played it for a while. This video came up, and so I went and watched a bit of it. And he was telling us that he had, he'd been doing live streams on. I mean, he's got loads more views than I get, because he does all this cheery. He does all this cheery love me type stuff, which a lot of the streamers do, and apparently a lot of folk like it, because he's got a lot of subscribers and he's making money from the adverts and stuff and whatever. And he gave up his job to start doing live streaming all the time on YouTube. And part of that deal was that his wife would make up the rest of the income with her job. But apparently she's now lost her job. So he's on YouTube telling everybody that he's now set up a GoFundMe so that his subscribers can bloody send money to him to tide him over until the wife can get another job. I mean, I wouldn't have the balls I wouldn't have the balls to do something like that. I mean, I need a new PC at the end of the day, but there's no way I would ever come on and sit here begging. I might do something like that for a laugh, but the kind of PC I would want, it ain't going to cost a couple of £100. Every PC I've ever had has a the top of the range graphics card in it at the time. And that new 5090's just been reviewed, and it cost $2,000 on its own. Well, where are we here? Better not lose track rabbiting on here, but we're about to be 10 apiece here, Eddie. Don't say I've jinxed you. Well, he tried it. Well, this could be the turning point in the match. Fast Eddie with a break, and he's breaking very wide. A break to try and take the lead. See, I don't know what Eddie's talking about there. He's obviously talking about that girdly American football stuff that Americans seem to like. Big guys pouncing about with crash helmets on and big shoulder pads. I mean, he could be talking about basketball, but who really cares? Cancelled? What's cancelled? Was it football? A real man's game. See, if it was a real man's game, it would be like rugby. where all they wear is a bit of padding round the top of their head. They wear tape to hold their ears on so that their ears don't get rubbed off in the scrum, and a gum shield. That's a real man's game. They don't wear bloody crash helmets and all sorts of plastic orin about their parts of their anatomy. Yeah, probably rugby union. That's a man's game. Yeah, they've got big guys like that. I'll tell you something, see if Jonah Lomu was still alive and he was still fit and all that stuff, he was at his peak. Jonah Lomu would run through any of your American footballers. Nothing stopped him, he was like a bloody truck. 3 guys trying to hold him down, he was still running over the bloody scrum line, the bloody, what do you call it, try line. He was like a one-man tank, so he was. Well, Bill has pinched it off Fast Eddie's break. So Bill, for the hill, 11-10 in front and dry. Oh, wait a minute, 8 balls going in at the last breath, or last breath, I should say. And one of these dead easy pots that Steve talks about when you're really close to a ball. Oh, I think Bill's won a watch there with that shot. Well, I have to say, Rob, it's exactly the same over here. I mean, proper football over here is just about money now and advertising. It's not about. It's nothing for the fans. I mean, when I used to go to the football over here, or soccer, for the benefit of the Americans, to distinguish it between American football and soccer. It used to cost £1 to get into the stadium, £1 for a programme and all of that. Now it's ridiculous prices. Even now, and that was back in the days when I wasn't working. That was before I'd actually started a job and left school. And now I do have a job. There's no way I would ever part with that amount of money to go and watch a football game up here, let alone anywhere else. They're paying like, 40, 50 quid and more to go and watch one game of football one night of the week. That is just not on. That is just extortionate amount of money, because they're paying extortionate amount of money for players. Transfer fees and everything have just got completely out of hand. And the worst thing of all is player wages is just stupid numbers. And I would never, ever pay money like that to go and watch football. Never. Well, this is critical time now for Eddie. Bill at the table. Now, this is tricky because he's dead straight, and to cut his losses, he's just been dinking in behind a 3 like that. He's gone too far, though. But he's really got to go. He's really got to run right up table and leave a long cut in this 4. I can't see him doing anything else on it. He's got to. In fact, even looking at the cut in the 4, I don't even think that's on. I don't think he's got enough room to get to that 4. Oh, he doesn't want to split it up, though. He doesn't want to split it up, and that's the worst outcome for Bill. Well, it's still a bit of a mess there, but Eddie can bump into the 5, he can spin to the 5 and leave himself on the 4 and push the 5 along there. That's the shot. Even if he brushes the 10 and hits the 5, he'll still have a shot in the 4. He doesn't want to hammer this, though. Doesn't want to hammer it. Oh, dear. Oh, now, hang on a minute. Well, he's still okay. Oh, now, he didn't want to hit the 5, but I think he's still okay. Or is he? And this is going to take a big chunk of the 10. Is he going to have a shot in the 9, though? Oh, he's missed the 5. Unbelievable. And he's still safe. Or does Bill think he can cut that in? I would have actually played the shot I was talking about. Well, he's got the cut. I think Eddie missed a trick there. I think he had to play that with just enough pace to get a bump rather than trying to be really cute. And Eddie's chance may have come and gone, although this is one of these dodgy cuts that Bill wasn't even prepared to risk taking. That tells you that Bill's had his fingers burnt too many times with these off-angle cuts. And that's the sensible shot. If you're not confident, make sure you've put in a good safety. No harm in doing that. He doesn't want to sell out. So come up with the next best plan, and that's put your opponent in trouble. Now, I presume Eddie hit the 9 there, because the 9's not moved. Yeah, he did. But anyway, all to no avail. So Bill is going to be breaking for the match after an hour and 40 minutes. Well, by far and away a much, much better effort from Bill. And he has put in a bit of table time, certainly before the match started, and maybe he's done a bit more in between times. But it's a much improved performance by Bill. Still, the vulnerabilities are there for everybody with these cut angles, not just Bill. But that was Bill's biggest nemesis, the other in his first round match. But he's vastly improved since then. Well, now it's last chance saloon time for Fast Eddie. And he's got a good table here. He's got a very good table. I think I was going to say, is he going to come out far enough for this 3? Yeah, I think he's made a hash of this. Goodness me. That is very, very tight. I think I mean, why would you do that? A great chance. And you need to remove this bloody replay button and remap it, for God's sake. See, he's got the replay button's next to the E button. He's played the jump. What a great shot. What a great shot that was. Let's watch that again. Well, that was desperation, wasn't it? Complete desperation there, but he has played a beauty. And he's bailing out into the long grass. Well, this cut and the cue ball should be going above the 10 ball here. He should be doing no more than going above the 10 ball like that. Oh, I'll tell you, Eddie might be getting out of jail here big time to survive. Well, never the wrong time to show off by digging out that jump shot. What a recovery that was. He's got to see it through now, though. He's got to get the job done. Now, well, this is just a dink. Nothing. Just dink it in, kill the cue ball, and roll in the 10. Well, the biggest rack of the match, as far as Fast Eddie's concerned, he wants the chance of a follow-up here. He wants the chance of it. My theory is if you go too far right, sometimes you get those slug racks. Well, I think he's got a ball for a start. The 9's gone. He can cut the... Well, does he want to cut that into the side? I think he wants to roll this out up top because the cue ball's going in the right direction.
Where's the cue ball going?
Not that far. Wow. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, it's all there for you, Bill. Eddie might have blown it. Well, where's this going to go wrong? Well, Bill's got to decide whether he wants to leave a long, thin cut in the 6 ball or whether he wants to get cute and try and get up and find the gap between the 8 and 10, or better still, get up onto the top rail. So that's his big choice. He has to make a big decision here, and that's limited, of course, by the distance he has to travel to get to the 5 for a start. Well, he's going all out for it, and that's a cracking shot. That's the match-winning shot, because all he has to do now is roll off the rail and come down, and even if he's a wee bit short, he wants to be near the donut like that. Well, we'll give him 9 out of 10 for that, but the angle is perfect. And the legs are good. The legs are good in the cue ball. It's perfect angle. Pot the 8 off the rail and out. Don't leave it short. Get it high. Anywhere up to there will do. Oh, Eddie. That one good shot, and he's let the cue ball drift away, and it's scratched, and it's hasta la vista. And Bill gets over the line. Well, Eddie had that gilt-edge opportunity there, and that's extremely unlucky. But Bill held his nerve. Fair play to Bill. Vast improvement from his first effort, and a deserved win at the end of it by 13 racks to 11. So let's have a look and see how that does.
Where's the cue ball going?
I've hit my mouse button. Hang on a minute. There we go. Right, so I think Bill's going to have a bit of a wait now, I think. No, maybe not, because you've got Mr. Fox and Defty too. No, tell a lie, Bill does have a wee wait, because Albie and Matt are lined up for a round 2 match, and Bill has to wait in the loser of that, so Bill's not getting easy, put it that way. He is definitely not getting easy. Right, so the schedule is that we've had that match there. We've got DJ Simon coming up at 7 o'clock tonight in his round 2 match against Sergeresh, and then I don't know about Chiku and Liquid, but that's at 11 PM tonight. Slim's going to be around to get that if they do show up. We have Tommy and Rabbi set for Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. I'll be there for that. We've got Coldest Pillow and Damon or Demon. If Damon shows up on Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, I'll be there for that. And then there's Winky Me Spectre Dawn next Monday at 7:30, and I'll be there for that. So there are some good matches lined up. DJ Simon against Sergeresh, that could go either way, I think. And I don't know. I'm not convinced that Chiku's going to show. I don't know what happened with that match. Still need to find out from Matt what happened with that, whether he was sending proposal. He must have been if he was advanced. Anyway, that's for another time. So I'm going to nip off and get a coffee and then get my dinner, and I'll be back later on. So well done to Bill. Unlucky Eddie. But the two of them made a match of it. And, that roll of the ball, that scratch, that misfortune, that unforced error cost Eddie in the end. So Bill lives on. But it's hard work for Bill. but more time to get some practice in if we can. Right, I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for your company. I'll see you in a little bit. Take care.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.